بسم الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. I think that's my cell phone actually.
He's a good Muslim.
Sorry. I just want to take a moment first and foremost, thank my beautiful family, my wife sitting over there. It wasn't for your guys' support, I probably wouldn't be here. So I want to thank Allah the Almighty, the Creator, the Sustainer, the Cherisher of the heavens and the earth, for choosing me to be this competent and trusting me with His word to go forward and work in the communities. My last count, I think I'm one of the 2 imams currently serving as a full-time imam with a chaplain in the United States of America. Mental health is a real issue in our communities. And as such, chaplaincy brings that rounding about in an imam what the communities need. From taking classes in adult Muslim counseling and youth counseling, it is much needed in our communities today. So I am grateful to Bayan for providing the platform to be used and to be educated in a manner that is most befitting in our communities. I had an incredible story to share of School of Hard Knocks earlier. I shared it with President Braxton. I'm going to take 2 minutes, less than a minute and a half, because I want to yield my time for something really special, and I want President Jihad to give me that little bit of grace, inshallah. I remember years ago, my father had a thriving business. Being an immigrant in this country, most immigrants decide to go in businesses, and you help your parents out. I decided to drop out of school full-time because I didn't think school was for me. My parents' business was thriving, and I was invested. I remember moving to a small town, I won't name where, and meeting the Brown families in the town for the first time. I was introduced to this highly educated professional in the field of medicine. You can sum the 2 up. His son was with him, who was quite young, and those of you remember, School of Hard Knocks was actually a real clothing brand back in the day. I was wearing a shirt that had School of Hard Knocks and has listed all the accolades that come with it. As this young man approached me and asked me, where do I go to school? And I told him School of Hard Knocks. He looked at his father, he said, I want to go there. So you can imagine his father's haste to grab his child and to tell him that that's not a real thing. So I think with President Braxton bringing it about today, that was Allah's way of showing me that it is a real thing, and that He had seen me to be blessed enough to put me through the School of Hard Knocks and receive a real degree in the end of the day. So amen to that. I want to take the last moments, and please forgive me for being emotional. I want to dedicate this last minute of my time to our beloved classmate who passed away unexpectedly, Sultan Diego. I know it's a time for celebration and joyous moment, but we cannot forget those we have lost in the past. His mom can hear us today. I want to tell her that perhaps I didn't do much or I didn't do enough to reach out to Sultan. And there are many sultans that are present in our communities and around us today. And it is our job and duty as a Muslim to reach out, whether you have a degree or you don't have a degree. I will close at this. On the day of judgment, the Lord Almighty will ask His servant, I was hungry and you never fed me. I was sick and you never visited me. And the servant asks his Lord, Ya Allah, you're the cherisher, the sustainer of the worlds. How can I ever feed you? And the Lord Almighty will say, my so-and-so servant was hungry and you did not take the time to feed him. And my servant so-and-so was sick and you never visited him. If you had fed him and you had visited him, you would find me by his side. I leave you with this. The heroes of Islam that we use today were legends because they left a legacy behind. It is all of our job to leave a legacy behind. It is our choosing what the legacy be. And I encourage you to dig deep down in your heart and choose what the legacy gonna be. I want to take the last second to thank President Jihad Munir. I'm so sorry. I know I was your stepchild who put you through a lot of pain. I think Munir realized by giving him his WhatsApp number, he messed up big time. Cesar, God bless you above and beyond, and you see the fruits of your work in this world and hereafter. Sheikh Fawad, how can I forget you? Sitting over there. For providing a safe space in our classrooms for us to unload and talk about our issues. I want to thank my class, Ashir, Tariq, Sheikh Didmar, who is also my state mate for Tucson, so I appreciate you for doing that. Thank you all for being here. Jazakallah khair. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.